on, you guys? It's your boy Alex West Collects here, bringing you another figure review. And today we are taking a look at the Walmart exclusive AEW Jazwares Unrivaled Supreme Collection Cody Rhodes. So again, this is a Walmart exclusive. I know some of you are going to say, wait a minute, I've seen this at my local Targets. So no, this is a little different from the mainline release Series 1 Cody. He does have a different set of tights here. This one comes with the all red one. It's kind of hard to see in the packaging. The mainline one comes with a blue tight variation of this with the American flag boots. And this one comes with a black and kind of a teal metallic other set of tights versus the red and gold that comes with the mainline. So you're going to notice that right off the bat. But for the most part, it is the same figure. Funny story with this, I feel like I've been tracking this figure on the Walmart app for maybe a month or maybe longer. And you know, a lot of people seem to be getting it easier than me. I tried to add it to the cart. I was getting an error initially. I just couldn't get this figure, couldn't find it anywhere. And I really didn't want to pay $100 for it. I mean, I knew I'd eventually get it, so I was a little patient, but I was looking on eBay. I saw one for, it was about $55 plus tax. It was maybe $58 shipped. It's like, all right, it's pretty much cost plus shipping. Let me spend the extra money. I can kind of give it a rest. I wanted to, so I figured eventually I'll find one. This one will hold me over. So I purchased it, kind of happy. The very next day, it's in stock and available to ship from the Walmart app. It's like, damn it, I can't win, man. So I did eventually order another one. I do have two now. That was about 45 bucks. So, you know, whatever. I mean, it was $13 more, but I think it's actually still on the app if you're watching this video fairly recently. So if you want, check the Walmart app. You can order it and it'll ship right to your house for $45. And obviously the Supreme line is the more premium line for the Jazwares figures, similar to the Mattel Ultimate figures. And you do get a ton of accessories. Take a look at the figure in the packaging. You see this awesome plastic kind of translucent box, a window box. And it's funny, they're kind of going the complete opposite of the toy industry right now, at least with this figure. You know, like Hasbro, Marvel Legends, and G.I. Joe, they're going more to the cardboard kind of packaging. And that's disappointing. I absolutely hate it. I've seen horror stores where people are getting like pretty much like rocks or something put in there, not even figures, when they purchase a figure in the store and just repacks and all those horror stores. I feel like we need to find the happy medium, but you know, they're still pumping out a lot of plastic on this figure, so I'm going to enjoy till the industry says no more, to go more eco-friendly. But absolutely really stunning in the box. Plus, you got the AEW entrance in the back. Looks really good. Flipping over to the side, you'll see the accessories Cody does come with. So you do get 3 interchangeable heads. You get the microphone, 2 different weight belts, and the cloth shirt. So again, these accessories are a little different from the mainline figure. I think the weight belt, the American one with the American flag, is the same. And we will do some comparisons. But the Nightmare belt with the original is white. This one, you get a black one. Also, the shirt is a little different. You get a different Cody American Nightmare t-shirt. Instead of the black, it is a navy blue. But honestly, you know these Jazwares t-shirts are staying the figure, so I will not be using it. I'm going to give you guys a warning now. I just don't trust the shirts until they kind of change the material. A lot of the cloth soft goods for me have been staining, so I tend to stay away from them. And flipping over to the other side, you can see the different tights as well as the interchangeable arms. So you will notice the jacket arms do pop off, and you can go with that if you want to go with him in ring gear. But it does look really good. Take a look at the bottom. You'll see it says 1B Series 1, so a different variation of Series 1. Supreme line on the bottom here. Take a look at the back of the awesome image of Cody Rhodes. It's just crazy to think he's in WWE, and we've now gotten 2 Supreme action figures of him. But anyways, enough chatting. Let's come back and get Cody out of the packaging. Before we jump to the actual figure itself, I wanted to go through the accessories just because it just comes with so many different things. So I wanted to go through them individually and just give you kind of a close-up look. And then we're going to slap all these on the figure and just see how it looks once it's completed. So starting us off first, you do get 2 different weight belts. So this is the American version. If you guys do have the regular Supreme Cody, I will bring that in. It is slightly different. So the original Supreme Cody does have the black, or on the inside of the American logo. The newest one just has the plain white up here all the way through. So you can see some differences. They are similar, but again, just something slightly different. Same with this weight belt. So if you guys do remember, this one you get with the Walmart figure, you get the black Nightmare weight belt. It does open up just like all the others. And the original regular Supreme Cody comes with the white weight belt. Logo seems to be the same, but again, just a different coloration of the belt itself. And you can mix and match, go with whatever you want. I think this one's supposed to be going with the black and turquoise lower half, and this more so with the red lower half trunks or tights. You can see you get an AEW microphone, which we've seen many times before. You get this Soft Goods Cody Rhodes shirt. So I don't have the other one handy from the Supreme because I feel like these figures do just stain the figures. But this one, instead of the black, you get kind of a navy blue. It's got the Cody Rhodes American Nightmare logo here with a skull. I really do like how it looks. I wish I could actually use these shirts. I mean, they're good for figure photography, but I would not keep any of these soft goods on your figures. Jazwares is quality control, honestly. And you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. So we kind of give them a hard time. And I know this comes with so much, but I did buy 2 of these sets. And I just wanted to address quality control again. So look at my other set. The legs broke right off the boots off of my other set, so I ordered a replacement, not through Jazwares. I ordered another one from Walmart. I'm just going to return this one and call it defective. I've tried with other issues, like I've had figures that broke out of packaging. I've had misprinted faces, and the Jazwares customer service is not the best, to say the least. I had an issue with my first Supreme Cody Rhodes where the face was misprinted and the arms were completely mispainted. It was just a mess. And, you know, after you spend a lot of money on these figures, I mean, $50, $40, whatever it is. I ordered from Ringside. It was $60 pretty much with shipping. They offered me a Kazarian and a Scorpio Sky or a Chris Statlander. I'm like, none of these figures equate to what I've spent on the figure. Can you just send? I just want a replacement 1 for 1. Never happened. I ended up settling for Chris Statlander and Cash Wheeler, 2 peg warmers. And honestly, I'm just going to throw them in there for parts and just hang on to them, get something for it. And I was able to at least flip my other Cody on eBay. Well, he still had some value, but this is disappointing. I feel like, again, look at this. I did nothing but twist the boot and boop. And I tried to do the same with the other one, and I couldn't believe it. They both just snapped right off. So for the price point they're charging, I wish their quality and their QC was a lot better. But that's the end of my rant. I did want to point that out. I felt like I had to mention it because, again, with the soft goods staining, that's been a continual issue, which they have not addressed yet. Just a few things to point out with the Jazwares line, and that's kind of where I feel a little disappointed by the company itself. But again, moving on to the accessories, so you do get a bunch of different things. So the lower pants, you can go with either the red designs. I do like how this looks. Just be careful twisting the boots. I did double check with mine. These are a little tight, but they don't seem like they're going to break. He's got the American Nightmare logo there. You can see the nice design. And this is, again, very similar to the original Supreme. Instead of the blue, you get the red. But that one did come with the American flag boots. This ones are just the plain white boots. Nice detailing on the knee pads here, or on the pants or on the knee area. And then you get something, again, very similar. We got the gold and red version. Now you're getting kind of a turquoise and black. I do like both. This is why I bought 2, because I really could not decide which one I wanted to display them with. I figured maybe the coat with the red, and then I'd have, I don't know about the shirt, maybe a bare torso over the turquoise with a black weight belt. I figured that would look pretty badass, but do like the designs. I feel this is very similar to the snakeskin, if I'm not mistaken. With the designs, there is a little bit of a paint splotch up here on the top and on the back, but not too bad. Maybe I could pick that off with my fingernail and get it off. But I do like the designs. Again, the American Nightmare logos on the side. The jacket is the same exact coat that you do get with the original Supreme, the American kind of Revolutionary War look. Got the nice little things that hang off here on the gold American Nightmare logo. Really do like the designs of this jacket. Again, the sleeves or the arms do pour in onto the torso. You can go with either the jacket or the bare torso. Again, you know, different figure photography options if you wanted to. You also do get a bunch of interchangeable hands, so you do have more open hands, not quite the mic holding hands. The mic holding hands themselves are on the torso figure itself, you can see here. And you also do get a set of fisted hands. I do not like how the peg is not painted on all of these. You can see that. That is very disappointing for a figure that costs $42. You also do get 3 interchangeable heads, so you do get quite a bit. If everything comes how it's supposed to without any QC issues, you do get a lot of accessories and a lot of different options. So you got more of the kind of smiling scan for Cody, more of a smirk here with this head scan, and the flat out screaming scan. So again, a lot of different options, a lot of different display options or figure photography options. Let's come back and get all these pieces assembled. Here we have Cody Rhodes assembled in both his different type of gears that you can go with. So again, I did grab 2 of these guys. If you wanted Cody in his entrance gear with a coat, you can see how that looks versus the t-shirt with the teal kind of turquoise and black trunks or tights underneath versus the red that is on the entrance gear here. You can see I do have the American kind of flag weight belt versus the black weight belt on the turquoise one. And something I'm noticing right off the bat, I don't know what it is, but for some reason this head is looking like a giraffe neck on this body and is the same torso. These are the same exact heads, and this one seems to be sitting a little lower. Let me know down in the comments below if I'm missing something, but I do want to remove the shirts and see what the hell is going on, because I actually off camera swapped the heads. I'm like, am I missing something, and did I not push it down enough? But to me it looks like this smiling head is sitting just way too high. And if you wanted to see what he looked like on this figure, it seems to be sitting a little lower. I don't know, maybe it's my eyes, maybe they're both sitting just as high. But I did want to point out another thing I noticed. So buying 2, you can see the tattoo difference on these Supreme Codys. So one of them has the white kind of dots around the American flag part, the blue part, and the other one has nothing on there. So there is a variant to this figure if you guys have a preference. Personally, I don't care, but I did want to point that out real quick. And if you guys wanted to see what the coat looked like versus this blue attire with the jacket on, it's very easy to do. You can pop the arms off. Sorry, it's a little tight here. Pop the arms right off. It's not too painful usually. And again, I just want to see this real quick while we're here. I guess they're sitting about the same. They both kind of sit a little high. Maybe that was just the jacket that was kind of covering that up. But if you did want to see what each gear looked like with the other pieces on, you can go and swap the actual arms of Cody, and you could have him in the red gear just like that. And if you wanted the kind of turquoise pants on underneath, the jacket will port right on, snap it into place, and just plug the arms in. And there you go. You have the entrance gear on the other set of tights. Personally, I think the jacket works better with the red, but that's just my preference. But I do want to swap each head on each body to give you an idea what they look like. Here we have the 2 kind of open mouth smiling scans on the figures. I feel like this head actually sits a little better and does not have that giraffe neck syndrome. And here we have the screaming scan on each body. Generally, we do comparisons later in the video, but I feel for this sake, it just made sense to really do it as we go through each Supreme figure and just kind of compare them, and so you can have a side-by-side look. So on the right, we have the Walmart Supreme Cody, and on the left, we have the original release Supreme Cody. You can see the jacket, for the most part, I think is exactly the same. Nothing's really popping out as far as any differences. It seems to be the same sculpt, same mold, same paint applications that I'm noticing. So as far as the jacket goes, nothing seems to be different here. If you want a close-up real quick, they are both phenomenal sculpts. Removing the jackets, you can see the attire is very similar. Obviously, the most glaring thing that pops out, minus the color of his tights, is the color of the boots. So the original one has kind of like American flag design on there. You can see on the boot itself. For both of the boots that come with this Walmart Cody, you just get the American Nightmare logo with the plain white boots. But the torso itself looks to be the same. You can see he's got the Dream tattoo on his chest. Weight belts, again, look very similar, minus the kind of filling on the back here. You can see the original one has more of a black kind of inlay over there versus the plain white on the Walmart. And the tights, again, very similar. They're just repainted. You can see the differences here, more of a red with a gold versus the navy blue with a gold. Even on the knee pads, similar design, just different color. Same design here on the other side. And if you want to take a look at the back one more time, I will say that I feel like the original Cody torso had a very loose butterfly joint. I know a lot of people complained about that issue. Mine's not too bad, but this one seems to be maybe a little better. It is loose, but I feel like with this one, you can kind of move them and the arms kind of like jiggle. Not so much with this one. I mean, again, it's not, you know, completely better, but it is definitely a little tighter. I did want to point that out. And again, you can see the difference with the tattoos. So my original Supreme 1 Cody, if you can see that, has kind of the no white design on the inside versus the one that is on this kind of variant for the Walmart edition. For your next set of comparisons, again, we have the alternate tights that you can go with that come on the side, packaged on the side as a separate accessory with your Supreme Cody Rhodes. You can see the actual design of the tights is very similar, with the turquoise and the black kind of having a similar pattern. Maybe not much of a snakeskin pattern, something a little different, but you can see, again, the pattern is definitely similar. You do have the Cody logo here on the side, if you guys can see that. On the other side, you do kind of have that wraparound on the leg. Same kind of boots. Again, the actual weight belt is a different color as well. You get the black Nightmare belt with the Supreme from Walmart, and the original one is the white kind of display. I like the white one better. I just feel like he wore that one more times than not. You can see the tattoo, again, is very similar in the shade and the color. Again, there is that variant one. I did want to show you. So this one seems to have a very loose butterfly joint, if you guys can see that when you jiggle them, the arm moves. You don't have this issue with this Cody. It seems to be a little tighter. They definitely did something a little different. And even on this original Cody, so I know I had this, a lot of people did, the actual torso was very loose for some reason on these tights. You can see how quick he kind of flops forward. Another thing that I noticed, I had the weight belt on there and it took off a bunch of paint on his freaking tights. That is annoying. And if you guys can see that, there's a little bit more red than it should be, kind of smeared it. So be careful with these weight belts. I don't know what the deal is. I just had them on display, didn't even play with them. Even on the front here, you can see a little chipping. I know it's kind of hard to see on camera, but just wanted to point that out. That's a little disappointing. But what I did want to see, because this Cody does not have that issue with the torso. It is very snug on there, very tight. Not like this one where he kind of jiggles back and forth. I want to see if this new torso here, which really is supposed to be just a straight repaint for the... But look even how quickly that one pops off. Does this have that issue if you want to go with these tights? And it does not seem to have that issue. The torso actually sits pretty well on there. I'm curious to see if it's loose on this one. And again, you can see the difference here. Again, just very loose. The joints, even on this freaking butterfly joint. But that is a plus. They did fix the torso on the new Cody. Before we wrap up here with some final thoughts, if you guys haven't already, please make sure to do me a favor. Hit that like and subscribe button down below. If you guys are new to the channel, I appreciate you guys stopping by. Hope you guys have enjoyed the content that I have been able to put together here, and will subscribe and stick around for more reviews coming up down the road. Next up, we have the Ringside Collectibles exclusive Mega Powers 2-pack. Make sure to turn on those notification bells to get all the updates for that review coming up next. As far as this Cody figure goes, listen, I know a lot of people are asking, will I have the original release? Do I need the Walmart one? I'm going to say yes, and here's why. I feel like the torso being upgraded as far as it doesn't feel loose or loosey-goosey as the original one did. I have actually 3 of the Supreme 1 Codys in my collection. Only 1 out of the 3 does not have that issue with the torso. All of them have the issue with the loose kind of torso on the red and gold tights, so that is not a problem with this figure. I do like that. As far as the color variations with the tights, I think I do like the red and gold better than the turquoise and the black. But I kind of like the red tights better than the blue. I mean, both are really nice. It's kind of like a very close finish between the two. I think some people may like the idea of having the American flag boots with the first one, kind of a little more deco on there to separate it. But I mean, you can't go wrong. The figure really is great. My biggest complaint, obviously, is the QC issue. I mean, both of my boots broke off of one of my lower half of the tights, so that's probably gonna be my biggest gripe and kind of like soured my review here. I was like really excited to get this one going, especially after waiting for so long, and that's just disappointing. Even with the new Supreme Malachi, I know a lot of people had reached out to me and saying that the butterfly joints were just snapping off the figure right out of the packaging, and that needs to be fixed. This is the problem with Jazwares. I feel like their quality has not been there. They've hit, don't get me wrong, they've released some bangers of figures. They've given us some amazing figures, but when the figures have sucked, they have kind of sucked. I have to be honest. I mean, the newest Jungle Boy really, I feel like we regressed with that one versus the original release. And I just want to send a message to say, hey guys, we need to have some more quality control checks with these figures. We want to support this line. We want it to succeed. I think we're just getting a little frustrated because I feel like we made such improvements and things got better. And a lot of these things, I think, are still reoccurring issues. Why are figures still staining? Like, we've had this issue for so long. I remember getting that Jake Hager, and it had the wraps, the plastic wraps, and he was still stained. And they can't seem to make up their mind. Some figures come plastic wrap, some don't. I personally don't like the plastic wrap. I feel like if you're a mock collector, it makes your figure look really ugly. Just find a way to give us some fabric that's not going to stain. I know that's probably easier said than done, but we know what you're giving us now does not work. And I refuse to put any soft goods on my figures at the risk of it staining. So I think that's kind of my rant with Jazwares. Is I want your line to succeed. I want it to better. Please listen to us. Listen to our feedback. We're going to do it respectfully. We're not going to sit here and attack you. We want to support this product. We want the line to succeed, and especially as fans of AEW, I feel like it just needs to be improved. But this Cody figure, I really do like. It is available on the Walmart app right now. It is a little pricey, $42.99. If you guys want to wait for a Black Friday sale, maybe that's coming soon. But I think the figure's really fun. There's a lot of different interchangeable pieces, and it's endless. Even if you have one of each of, say, the Supreme one and the Walmart figure, you can interchange a lot of those pieces and kind of just have fun with it, you know? But anyways, this is my review. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok for more great figure content. Thank you again for checking out this video review, and I'll catch you all on the next one.